What's good? What's good? This your host Swag Boy from swagboy360.com. Today's episode, lilcease versus genedeal. Genedeal mad at lilcease, man. Lilcease was on YouTube. Somebody asked him a question. And they said, genedeal said such and such about such and such, and what do you think about that? Now, lilcease actually played it cool. He was actually respectful when talking about genedeal. He said, look, genedeal my man, but you can't listen to everything genedeal say, because he wasn't always around us. That was P. Diddy's, that was Puffy's security guard. He wasn't around us like that. But see, lilcease, that's where you messed up at. Because when it comes to genedeal, his credibility is very important. So when you say you can't listen to everything genedeal says, it makes him look like his words or the things he say is incredible. And this dude writing a book. So he can't let a statement that lilcease says have him portray as somebody who's lying. And that's why genedeal mad. And that's when genedeal exposed lilcease. He said the reason why lilcease wasn't in that Hypnotized video with Biggie is because lilcease was on punishment. As you know, Charlie Baltimore and Biggie Smalls was dating, and lilcease left a bag in the room which had girls giving Biggie head and stuff, and Charlie Baltimore saw it, and she flipped out on him and said it's over, and Biggie got mad at lilcease and put him on punishment for a few days. So here it is. genedeal, this book that he's putting out, I really think is to expose Puffy. But lilcease, he unintentionally is getting in the crossfire. genedeal is knocking down everybody who attempts to get in a crossfire and says his word ain't official. Like, he going hard in the paint. He even said Long Kiss Goodnight was about Tupac. Now, genedeal, here's the thing. Not only did lilcease say that song ain't about Tupac, Charlie Baltimore also said that song ain't about Tupac. Now, this is what I believe. I believe Biggie, he might have took shots at MCs while rapping. Because I remember, and how come nobody asks Charlie Baltimore, lilcease this? In the song Brooklyn's Finest, he did take shots at Tupac. When you talk about Faith, me and Faith had 2 shots. You know, that line right there. He was taking shots at Tupac. So now, in regards to the scenario that genedeal is saying, it makes you wonder what other shots was he taking at Tupac? And one thing about genedeal, I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. I haven't caught this dude in a lie yet. Like, I'm waiting to catch him in a lie. Like, and the way he talks about Puffy and the stories, it comes from a genuine place. Like, it's so believable. Like, yo, this dude ain't lying, man. Like, this dude really telling the truth. And the thing about it is that one day, Puffy gonna have to answer to this, yo. Because the facts that he dropping, It's like mind blowing. And then he even said Mace was out here in LA. And this shows how that bad boy thing, it wasn't a family the way we thought from the outside looking in. You know what I mean? Because when we see record labels and the artists, like from the outside looking into the general public, you think everybody's all cool, everybody like a family, but it wasn't. Because Gene Deal said, yo, Mace was out here in LA chilling and stuff. He ain't had no problems because he said a couple cats came up to Mace and said, nah, son, we don't want you. We want your boy. We want Biggie. And Mace like, oh. That's when Mace came back to Gene. He's like, I'm good. Them niggas don't want me. They want him. But I'm like, yo, if y'all a family, if y'all homies, why you ain't riding for the homie? Why you ain't riding for your mans and them? So it just shows how scandalous the music industry is. And then another thing he said about lilcease, Gene Deal is indirectly blaming lilcease on Biggie's death. Because Gene Deal said that night, the day of that Biggie got killed, he told Biggie, yo, they trying to kill us. And then guess what? lilcease said, man, Gene Deal, go ahead with that cop stuff you talking. Get out of here. You don't know what you talking about. Now that's what I would ask lilcease. lilcease, did you really tell Gene Deal to go ahead when he told you that your man, your best friend, somebody was trying to kill him and you just blew it off? That's what I want to know from lilcease, yo. So lilcease, let me ask you this, lilcease. If you know this man, Gene Deal, is security, that's his job, even though his job was to protect Puffy. But if a security guard, an armed guard, a dude in law enforcement at the time, because he was a probation officer, so that's law enforcement. If a law enforcement individual is coming to you and say, yo, they trying to kill your mans, why don't you take that seriously, lilcease? Why would you just blow that off? Why wouldn't you take proper precaution measurements to make sure Big was good? Now, I know he probably going to say, if I would have asked lilcease this, he probably would say one or two things. Oh, I was young. I was high. I wasn't thinking. Or he going to say, I'll remember that. I can't recall Gene Deal saying that. That's what he gonna say, yo. So all I'm saying is, like, it makes you wonder what type of friends Biggie really had around him, yo. When you listen to Gene Deal, when you listen to what Gene Deal got to say about his whole experience, I'm asking myself, while I'm listening to Gene Deal, I'm like, well, who really was Biggie's friend? Who really, really had his back? Now, lilcease, I know you love Biggie. And I know Biggie loved you because Biggie always shouted you out in one of his songs. He always was shouting you out. But then you wonder about Puffy because from the outside looking in, Puffy and Biggie look like best friends. They was doing movies, they was doing videos together, they was hanging out together. They look like best friends. But according to Gene Deal, and this is allegedly, Puffy was conniving him. According to Gene Deal, Puffy was waiting for his downfall. But we don't know yet. So I guess we gotta wait for the movie. Gene Deal's version, Gene Deal's story, or wait for the book to come out. But this is getting ugly and uglier by the minute. And all I'm saying is that it's like you never know who your true friends are, man. I know lilcease was his friend. I know lilcease loved him. But that Puffy and Biggie situation, damn, that was ugly. And that was today's episode. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'ma catch you on the next go round, my nigga. Hello.